But Stu, so you are virtually at this random statue.
So random, probably one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen. And you know how, like, I've lived in this area my entire life, but there are always things I come across that I'm just astonished by and stop you in your tracks. And this statue, so it's of two men, one facing one direction, standing up with a bucket and spade. The other one, they're back to back, literally pondering while sat on the loo. And he's got his hand up to his chin. He's properly pondering while sat on the loo. So bizarre.
So bizarre. Only Clue Keeper 2 can explain what is going on. Hattie Miles, social historian and walk guide of Bournemouth. What is going on with this statue?
Right. So on the front, facing the road, you have Captain Lewis Tregonwell, who built the first house in Bournemouth. And he is looking at the Royal Exeter Hotel, which is just down the road, and that is part of the Royal Exeter Hotel was his house. So he built the central part of it. On the back of the statue is a man, as you say, sitting on a toilet. He has a beard, and he's sort of stroking his beard and looking very thoughtful. And his name was Christopher Crabbe Creeke. And he was a Victorian designer, and he had the great title, when he came to work in Bournemouth, of the Inspector of Nuisances. And he actually designed the drainage system in Bournemouth.
So they thought they'd put him on a toilet to...
So
poor
the
man.
people who commissioned the statue were Keith and Eileen Rawlings, who were the Mayor and Mayoress of Bournemouth in 1998-1999 year. And they decided to mark their mayoral year, they would have a statue commissioned. They commissioned Jonathan Sells from Swanage to do the sculpture, and it depicts the two men that they felt were fundamental to the development of Bournemouth.
I mean, is it totes approach that he's on a toilet? I mean, I suppose...
Because he basically designed an incredible drainage system. So all the effluent from the town was piped down under the pier approach. The pier approach is a big open area. And then he didn't pump it out to sea.
Well done.
He pumped it under the town to Holdenhurst, where it was cleaned and returned as clean water into the river system.
That was quite visionary, wasn't it, for back at that time?
He'd lived in London and realised that the appalling sewers there caused a lot of disease. So when he came to Bournemouth, he decided that he would try and make Bournemouth a really healthy place to live.
How do you think he would have felt, though, about being forever immortalised sat on a toilet?
I think he might have been delighted, because he was quite eccentric, I think.
Oh, that's good to hear. Guru says, don't tell me you don't learn anything on Clued Up. That is so true. That is so true. Oh, my goodness. So who's more important, then? OK, so we've got Tregonwell, who designed the first building.
Yeah, he built the first house for his family.
For his family in Bournemouth. And then we've got Christopher Crabbe Creeke, who designed this drainage, this amazing drainage system. Basically, if you had to vote, Hattie, who would be the most important to Bournemouth?
Well, I think probably Christopher Crabbe Creeke.
Okay. Toilet guy.
But he's the one facing the back, bless him.
He's facing the back, and he's a bit of a surprise. He's a bit of a secret. And when I do my guided walks and take people to the statue, a lot of people know about Tregonwell being on the statue, but they have no idea that there's somebody at the back sitting on a loo. So
what sort of reaction do you get from them? What reaction do you get?
People are amazed. I say to them, what's he sitting on? And they scratch their heads and they say, well, it looks like a toilet. And I say, it is a toilet.
What a talking point. That is so good. Hello, Guru. What would you like to say? Oh, Guru would like to give Crabbe a fanfare. Fully deserved fanfare. Go on then.
He deserves it.
Woo! Toilet guy! The toilet guy, Hattie, do you know what? The things we learn on this show is just brilliant. Thank you so much for being clue keeper number 2. Hattie Miles there, social historian, walk guide. And our second location, just outside the BIC, that statue, which, I mean, I never look at I will probably look at it now. You know, you kind of walk past it and you go, you go, oh, there he is. There he is. Wow.